Hello, Kenny G here, still alive. Now that motions and my 2018 reel are out of the way, these are my top 9 favorite movies from 2018. Obviously I'm a little late on the whole list video trend, but better late than never, right? Even though January is almost over. Keep in mind, I'm not saying one movie is better than the other, these are just some of my personal favorites. Alright, let's get to it. The first few minutes of A Quiet Place immediately invokes a really unique viewing experience that enforces the audience to shut up and actually stay off their phone. Who would have thought? Although the monster reveal was pretty lackluster, the constant atmosphere that actually affects the relationships of the characters makes this more than a thriller. Jonah Hill's gritty yet realistic throwback mid-90s was every bit charming as it was relatable. Mostly. The fact Jonah Hill was super anal about what trash was laying on the side of the street while filming just goes to show how much detail and care he put into the film. Although its magic will only be seen by a very niche audience, it certainly found its place with me. Whoever thought a DCEU movie would crack anyone's top favorite list? It goes without saying, Aquaman is the best DCEU movie made to date, and in my opinion is the best DC movie to come out since The Dark Knight. Because this movie knows what it wants to be, a blistering, colorful 2-hour fight scene with heart and care to it, which is something the other DCEU films lacked. Except for Wonder Woman, of course. Infinity War has to be on the list somewhere. 10 years of cinematic build-up equates to the most meteoric and culturally impactful film to ever come out in 2018. For balancing over 30 characters and jumping between 4 or so plot lines, everything about it is perfectly balanced. As all things should be. Rami Malek solidifies himself as one of the best new age talents working today. He understood to really revive Freddie Mercury in his performance, he had to sing, dance, and perform like him, as well as his bandmates who are just as interesting and just as important to his story. You feel the significance of their music throughout this film, and it echoes with you as it ends. I wasn't too intrigued with this movie from the trailers, but after seeing it, it's undoubtedly one of the best animated movies made this decade. It oozes with style and care for the Spider-Man characters and makes Miles Morales a staple in the Marvel fandom, just in case he wasn't already. And the music is kick-ass too. Funny, relatable, endearing, and all-around golden. Crazy Rich Asians caught everyone by surprise with its charm and representation of the Asian culture. Seeing this with my mom was an especially heartwarming experience because we both finally saw a movie together that we could relate to. We both also really like rom-coms. Don't get me wrong, I get that the nostalgia and references is one of the main reasons that people like this movie at all. But Ready Player One is so simple and carefree, I can't help but love it. It's such a great impression on me and was going to be my #1 pick, but it lost by a hair to this one. Like I said, this is the Transformers movie that fans deserve. Haley Steinfeld is a fantastic lead, Bumblebee continues to be a fan favorite, and perhaps above all, the Transformers characters and lore are finally done justice. We can all forget about the perverted, commercial, straight up disrespectful Michael Bay films. Moving forward, Travis Knight has laid down the groundwork. Bumblebee holds my crown spot for 2018. So those are my top 9 picks for 2018. I wish I saw more movies this past year, and I'm definitely going to try to see more this year. Although keep in mind I am still in school, so obviously that's going to have to come first. Really though, it's hard to believe I've been doing this for a year. Obviously I haven't been as consistent as I'd like to be. And truthfully speaking, when I started making these, my intention was just to get views. And seeing my view count at the start barely breaking 15, and even now, of course, was really discouraging. But sometime at the end of the summer last year, I realized that that should not have been my goal in the first place. I realize now I'm making reviews because I love movies and I want to talk about them. I'm not going to be the next Jeremy Jahns or Chris Stuckman, but that doesn't matter because the one thing I have in common with them is that I love movies and I just want to talk about them. But all that said, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you liked it, dislike if you didn't, and I'll see you next time.